We are going to take the land acknowledgement, ladies and gentlemen. We respectfully acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, traditional lands of First Nations and Métis peoples. As treaty people, indigenous and non-indigenous, we share the responsibility for stewardship of this beautiful land. Thank you. We thank the sponsors of today's event, Canadian Heritage, Canadian Race Relations Foundation, and of course, the wonderful city of St. Albert. Put your hands together for our sponsors. It's always so nice to come back to St. Albert. And this is my second time standing on this stage. And I'm going to talk to you about the second time. But it wasn't standing on this stage. It was about the second time I got a speeding ticket. Just hold on. Long story, but we're going to have it tonight. But before then, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to call on the Mayor of St. Albert, Her Worship Mayor Kathy Heron, to give a welcome address.
Hello, everyone. I cannot see a single soul because of the lights on me. Welcome to St. Albert. I'll start with that. This has been a fantastic month. The month of February started off with a proclamation of Black History Month. I know that the Friends of the African Friendship Club has been to schools. They've been to service clubs doing speaking. There has been movies at the library kind of highlighting and celebrating the achievements of Black people here in St. Albert. And I want to hear a clap if you've been to this event before. Excellent. So is there any clap if you've never been? Because I can't see you. Excellent. And clap if you're not from St. Albert. Thank you for coming. We are so blessed here in St. Albert to have such a good grassroots organizing club, a friendship club that plans these events and really allows us to celebrate the achievements of Black people here in the city and of course across Alberta and Canada. So I'm going to welcome you all. Thank you to my fellow council colleagues who are here. I saw Marie Renaud, our MLA, coming in, and I think I heard that Dale Nally was coming. So thank you both for attending as well. Have a great time. You will go away from this event dancing and smiling, and then you're going to have some great food. So enjoy the entire event. I am so glad you're here. Thank you.
Please give it up again for Mayor Kathy Heron for that wonderful comment. So tonight we've got quite a number of performances. This year's theme for the Black History Month is Black Excellence, a Heritage to Celebrate, a Future to Build. This evening we will be showcasing Black excellence in arts and culture. So my first question to you is, who here is ready for a taste of Africa? Our first performance tonight is the Adowa dance, the most popular dance practice in Ghana. And it's befitting that Ghana should give us our first opening tonight. It is used, yeah, I can hear you there, thank you. It is used to welcome dignitaries like you and popular personalities in Ghana. Adowa dance allows performers to communicate through their hands and feet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Adowa dance from Ghana. we say in Africa that if I tell you a proverb and explain it to you, well, the bride price paid for your mom is wasted. So I had to go and get permission from the elder. So tonight I'm going to share a couple of African proverbs for you. Who is ready for that tonight? Okay, but before then, our next performer will be a poet. Ntawali Kayigya is a Rwandan Canadian hip hop artist, a graduate from McEwan University. He's also a motivational speaker. Today, he'll be presenting a series of poems. So, when I went to Africa, the first place I got to was the wonderful country of Kenya. Okay. Every morning in Africa, there's a Kenyan proverb, and it says, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must outrun the fastest lion, or it will be killed. Every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the slowest gazelle, or it will starve. It doesn't matter whether you're the lion or the gazelle. When the sun comes up, you better be running. Okay. For those who want to, especially those kids that we brought in here who don't understand proverbs, I'm going to explain that. Whether you choose to be a gazelle or no is of no consequence. It is enough for you to know that with the rising of the sun, you must run. And you must run faster than you did yesterday or you will die. And this is the race of life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome my brother from Rwanda, who is also a motivational speaker. Thank you. Please give it up for him. He's here already.
Yeah, my name is Nwale Kaijao. Been making music for the last 10 years, and I'm really excited to share some pieces with you guys. So the first one I'm going to do today is called Where They Are, and it's just a reflection of the growth as my journey as an artist, as well as finding my way as a Black minority refugee who came to Canada, you know, to try and make it. So let's do it. I caught my second win, gets a brother long-winded. Game ain't finished, I'm still in the ninth inning. You can switch sides, bet, watch me start winning. I guess a better judgment, guess a brother stuck with it. My goal this year to get rich and I'm sticking to the plan. They gon' love you, then they hate you, then they love you again. So who really ride it with me? I'ma fight out in the end. Sometimes I remind myself, even juice that piece of the bread. All the talent in the world, you end up like Earl Manilow. Had to finish my degree, called last year sabbatical. Still foot on gas, still brainstorming for the capital. Educated Black man, don't confuse me for no average Joe. Reflecting on my life like a page from my memoir. Shout out to the people that told me I'll never get far. We ain't in the same lane. Soon be a day star. It's funny nowadays I wouldn't wish to be where they are. Thank you. I got one life to live. I got no time to waste. Studying Nipsey's life taught me life ain't a race. Working with the homeless, I got my first dog a place. I'm grateful. That's the biggest understatement. Ain't no paycheck worth the changes that I'm making. So congratulate me if you see me celebrating. The time is now. Ain't no more contemplating. First step is having faith, dog. You gotta step into it. That's what I tell myself back when I was going through it. Fast forward nowadays, dog. That's where we get into it. Yeah. Said, that's where we get into it. Reflecting on my life like a page from my memoir. Shout out to the people that told me I'll never get far. We ain't in the same lane. Soon be a day star. It's funny nowadays, I wouldn't wish to be where they are. Thank you. Thank you. As I was saying, my family and I came as refugees in the year 2000. So I got to see my parents work hard. My dad was a doctor back home, so when we came, they didn't really view his education the same. So he had to basically redo his doctorate degree. And also, so he was like a MD back home. So he had to redo that, raising 5 boys. And my mom was a hustler as well. She was a teacher back home. So she had to relearn and grind as well. So seeing that as a kid, you're like, no excuses. You got to work hard. They never complain. So that's what fuels me to just keep striving to become a better person and just reflect what I've learned along the way. So this next one is called P.S. Love was always in the house. Look, love was always in the house. and hope was never missing. See my parents come up, dog, that's rags to riches. What you know about growing up, eating honey sandwiches? No computer science degrees, but we always code switching. Man, that's some alchemy. I'm praying that they're proud of me. Said I'm praying that they taught to talk with modesty, taught to work with honesty. And if I'm talking honestly, it's all for my family. Now my family is growing, yeah, it's something like my afro. Inshallah, same thing with the cash flow. I got a heart of gold and I'll never sell my soul. Still got a ways to go, it's a very long road. I got no priors, this is David versus Goliath. You always got a chance as long as a man triumph. And if God on my side, then I'm always going to triumph. This is the blood of a survivor with the heart of a lion. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And this last one is called Graveyard Shift. For anybody working really hard in life, I feel y'all. This is for the people we know that ain't never had stuff. Tired all the time, but still up for the graveyard shift. Buying lottery tickets, scratching, hoping it's gon' hit. Man, I can relate. I'm an artist trying to make it big. My glass half full, so my skies, man, they never grim. Doctor left that family, told him chances is hella slim. Ain't no guarantees in this world that we in. That's why I pray to the Lord and ask forgiveness for my sins. Hard for brothers to get jobs when they leaving prison. And back home, fiends taking over all our transit systems. Helps them straighten out, and I'm glad I can make a difference. Can't wait till the day we accept each other no matter our religion. I got ancient wisdom. I got all the lost files. Plan to get rich as a Rothschild. But look, I ain't evil. On top of that, man, I'm God's child. There's no more truth to music, don't worry. I'm gonna bring it back again. If I strike out, I'll be right there at the bat again. How's it starving kids with all the money in the Vatican? How they hate us who carry the cross first? An African. But I've been cooking, hold on. Look, I've been cooking so I don't need no frying pan. To stop this spread, they're gonna need more than a fireman. If they don't see me coming, it's time to book the next eye exam. I just finished my first trilogy. Might as well call me the Iron Man. Thank you. God bless y'all. Thank you so much.
Are you looking forward to more? Okay, we're going to have more. Our next performer tonight is Singriwo. She is a songwriter and a lead vocalist of Mela Africa. She just launched her brand new album, Grown Child. So you are in for a treat. It just hit #1 on the CKUA New Music chart this past Friday. In fact, it debuted at the top spot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Riwo to the stage.
Thank you so much for that amazing intro. So I'm a singer-songwriter, and tonight we'll be jamming together. The first song I'm doing is by a Nigerian artist called Asha. I'm sure a few people might know it. So if you know the song, please feel free, snap along, sing along, jam along. It's called Jailer. Snap with me like this. Hey, yeah, no. I'm in chains, you're in chains too. Our uniforms and you were uniforms too. I'm a prisoner and you're a prisoner too, Mr. Jailer. I have fears, you have fears too. I will die, but you said would die too. Life is beautiful, don't you think so too, Mr. Jailer? I'm talking to you, Jailer. Stop calling me a prisoner. Hey, let he who is without sin be the first to cast the stone, Mr. Jailer. Mr. Jailer, man, you suppress all my strategies. You oppress every part of me. What you don't know, you're a victim too, Mr. Jailer. Hey, you don't care about my point of view. If I die, I know that will work for you. Don't know Mr. J-Lo, Mr. J-Lo. Where did the snaps go? There we go. Hey. Hey, you see, if you're walking through the marketplace, don't throw stones. Even if you do, you might just hit one of your own. Life is not about your policies all the time, so you better rearrange your philosophies and be good to your fellow man. J-Lo, hey, stop calling me a prisoner. Let he who is without sin be the first to cast the stone. Mr. J-Lo, I'm talking to you, J-Lo. Stop calling me a prisoner. Yeah. Let he who is without sin be the first to cast the stone. Mr. J-Lo, again, Mr. J-Lo. I am my baby say, I wanna be president. I want your money from my government. What you don't know, what you can't know, what you won't know. J-Lo, J-Lo. Oh, oh, be good, oh, be good, oh, be good, oh. Oh, you better be good, oh, be good, oh, be good. Oh, oh, be good, oh, be good, oh, be good, oh. Thank you. Can we give another round of applause to everyone who snaps from the beginning to the end of that song? Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. This next song is called Finding You. This is Finding You. Broken, but not shaken. This is happening. This is real. Worn out, I've been tossed out, but I will find out. I will stand again. Time and time the world has tried to snatch me from your hands, and I admit I let it happen many times before. But here and now my pulse just to surrender to your plan, and I'm sure you will not feel, 'cause you never feel before. Finding you is the best thing that I ever did in this world. Knowing you and holding on is perfect for where I wanna be. Finding you is the best thing I've done. Despite all my wrongs, I know this will get better. Let the past be gone. If that's the only place where I belong. tried to snatch me from your hands, and I admit I let it happen many times before. But here and now, my goal is to surrender to your plan, and I'm sure you will not fail, 'cause you never failed before. Finding you is the best thing that I ever did in this world. Knowing you and holding on is perfect for where I wanna be. Knowing you, knowing you, knowing you, and finding you is perfect for where I want to be. Finding you. Thank you so much. This last one is a classic. I'm sure you already know what song this is. Do you know what it is? What's the title? Oh yeah, I hear it. Redemption song. Okay. Please sing along with me if you know it. Oh, pirates, yes, they are by. So right to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, my hands were made strong by the hands of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Would you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have no fear for atomic energy. None of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? We thought it's not a part of it. You got to fulfill the book. Would you help to sing? Yeah, these songs of freedom. 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs, oh, redemption songs. These songs of freedom, yeah, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy. None of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We have to fulfill the book. So won't you help to sing? Yeah, these songs of freedom. 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs. These songs of freedom, redemption songs, redemption songs. Thank you so much.
Story from Ghana.
Today, I would like to share with you a story of the Sikadua Kofi, the golden stool of the Ashanti people of Ghana. I'd like you to repeat these words with me as I say, Sikadua Kofi. One more time, Sikadua Kofi. Ashanti-Hene the king. Ashanti-Hene the king. Abrafo. Abrafo. Thank you. Once upon a time, there ruled a king in the Ashanti region of Ghana called Osei Tutu. In the early 70s, he was able to unify the surroundings of the land. He created the nation of the Ashanti people, and due to this, the fetish priest who happened to be his friend, also known as Okomfo Anokye, made some incantation, and a golden stool, the Sikadua Kofi, fell from the sky, which landed on the lap of the king, Osei Tutu. This golden stool serves as a symbol of the unity of the Ashanti people till today. Sikadua Kofi is said to have been made from the heaven, and is said to be the soul of the Ashanti people. So in a way, the stool is more important than any single king in the Ashanti kingdom.
So this is kind of like a miracle?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sikadua Kofi is far more sacred than the Ashanti-Hene, the king himself. Sikadua Kofi is always given its own stool chair in which it sits next to the king, Ashanti-Hene, the king, anytime it is seen in the public, as we see in this picture. There we go. It is important to know that the Sikadua Kofi is also seen in public, is only seen in public on special occasions. It is always guarded by the Ashanti guards called Abrafo.
Has anyone ever tried to seal the Sikadua Kofi stool before?
Good question, but we'll answer that. The Ashanti kingdom was very powerful. They fought many battles with the European merchants, preventing them from kidnapping people as slaves and taking them through the point of no return. Unfortunately, slaves that were kidnapped were taken to the plantation farms in America and the Caribbean. In recent times, their descendants have been able to trace their roots back to Ghana. However, during the battle with the Europeans, they made attempt to steal the Sikadua Kofi, but they failed. Hence the reason why it is always guarded. The Ashanti kingdom is very rich in gold. This is why the Europeans called the country Gold Coast. And the name was changed to Ghana after its independence in 1957. Gold is so symbolic amongst the Ashanti, and the king adorns himself in gold, signifying the richness of the Ashanti people till today. This is always displayed in big festivals called the Akwasi Festival. During the Akwasi Festival, the annual occasion brings all the sub-chiefs and people from all walks of life to come celebrate the Ashanti unity and the rich culture of the Ashanti people. The Ashanti-Hene perambulates in a palanquin carried by his people, and the Sikadua Kofi is also carried by the people, as you can see. No one knows where the Sikadua Kofi is kept except for the Ashanti-Hene and the elders of the kingdom.
Oh, what a story.
To us from generation to generation. Long live the king, long live the unity of the Ashanti kingdom. Mesdames, merci.
It's time for a proverb from Africa. Zimbabwean, do not call the forest that shelters you a jungle. Do not call the forest that shelters you a jungle. What does that mean? Do not disrespect or insult someone who shares your burdens and responsibilities or who takes care of you. And that is why we are grateful to City of Albert for all that you are doing for us. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you. Our next performer tonight is the Sakofo Dance Collective. As we journey full circle, guided by the spirit of Sankofo, where it had never taboo to reclaim what's been forgotten, we will go back to where we started, the heartbeat, how our ancestors communicated, the drums. Join us on this exhilarating cultural odyssey, celebrating resilience, creativity, and the contagious spirit of our people. Please make welcome the Sankofa Dance Collective. Ladies and gentlemen.
Soca is a combination of East Indian and African rhythms. The purpose of soca in the 70s, as a matter of fact, is about anywhere around 69 to 70. But the purpose was to bring the East Indian and the Africans in Trinidad together. So there was a combination of the two main rhythmic structures in Trinidad to create a song that would be totally Trinidadian. And it is not soul as American soul, but the soul of Trinidad, the soul of Calypso, the inner man, the depth, the beauty of Trinidad.
He began to grow, but like his grandfather Pakalinda and grandmommy sweet Cariso, the family traits of little boy soca would have
my oyster. I see the world clearly from my island vantage. I do not harbor the vanities of some big city dweller or somebody from a large, vast continent. I'm at the tip of the spear that leads into the future. I am a Caribbean.
What's Caribbean people reaching your desires? Hands in the sky, we bring the vibes. What's reaching your desires? Boy, they get nine, we bring the vibes. And I'm doing to the most people. They got party. What's your man so goddamn? We're gonna show our TV. They got party like rain. No matter time or day, we could start it anyway.
They say the Caribbean is a sea. Yes. I'm an island in it. Much blood has spilled in that sea. All the waters of humanity wash my shores. I am a Caribbean. Yes, I am a Caribbean.
It's been too long for this. Yeah, I've been waiting my whole life, been praying that you feel the same. I love you the same way. That you love me the same way. 'Cause when I hit the road, I feel it come down like rain on my face. I feel it in my soul. Like if I'm come down and bless this place. So bless this stage and give me everything like you are well. We baby marching through the streets like we are one again, one again. Family, come everybody live out your fun. That's it, just give me everything like you are well. We baby marching through the streets like we are one again, one again. Family, always don't jump up on the stage and show them your best self. Show them your best self. This is our blessing. Give me.
All right, y'all. I need you to stand up. Stand up. Stand up. You do what I do, okay? If you want to sit down, you can sit. It's fine. Hands up. Both hands. All right. Pump to the left. Go. Left out. Left out. Hands down, hands down. Bring them up. Y'all thought you were gonna sit this whole time? No? And down. And down. When I say party, you say party, okay? On my count, as we're doing this, I'm going to introduce our dancers, but we need energy, okay? 5, 6, 5, 6. Chill party, chill. Chill, chill. Let me see you bounce. Give it up for Janaea, Tiffany, Desiana, Michaela. Jump, jump, jump. Huh? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yo, we could not do this without the heartbeat of our music, of our people, the way we speak, the way we express. Our drummers. Let's go. Let's give it up for the drummers. Stay up, stay up, stay up. We bet. You don't sit. You bet. Yes. For the
Soca is a combination Indian and African rhythms.
Keep clapping. Keep clapping. Don't stop. It's you and the drums. Y'all are talking.
The soul of Trinidad, the inner man, the depth, the beauty of Trinidad.
Wow, I could feel the energy in the room. Can you turn to the person on your right and say, thank you, your right and your left, and say, thank you for coming tonight? Can you say to them, thank you for celebrating Black History Month? Woo! I'm excited, St. Albert. Thank you. Thank you for that electrifying moment. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to bring you down a little notch, okay? And so the next act tonight will be a young poet. Oyemen is a grade 8 student and has been writing her poems since 2022 and one of the talent hunt winners of 2024. Please help me to welcome Oyemen Abaniso to the stage, ladies and gentlemen.
Lady and her gele. The gele carries a narrative of our place, our joy, our power, our strength, oh, how I could go on. Her gele is a piece of fabric intricately tied around her head. It completes an outfit and adds a certain type of African sheen and bliss. It keeps our culture intact. In a search for better words, valuable. From the valleys to the mountaintops, you just see her gele, like a loud accent that doesn't need a translator but is being heard everywhere. When you see these women handcraft these pieces of artwork and lay upon their heads, it's as if a queen is being crowned, royalty. You see the many years of tradition, culture, and utmost beauty that lies upon her head. It's like a scarf. Like a wrap that surrounds its female wearer with a protection uprooting from the soles of her feet to the highest point of her gele. Oh, how she's on top of the world. She's powerful. She carries the weight of her people in the most posed way possible, knowing that this is what they did before her, going back to the ways of the people who spoke her own mother tongue and showed her their ways. But it's not that simple, it's tradition. Planted in the roots, dug deep with the soil that is the hard work of our people, it's a luxury to be able to wear our culture on our heads. It's amazing. So yes, I'm gonna be wearing my gele with my head held up high and my smile reaching to the sky, never looking down because I know the power of my presence. So next time you see a woman wearing a gele, remember the culture and the story she carries as well. Thank you for your time.
Put it on for her, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what an evening. Our next act is widely traveled, is the armchair travel. Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome Vonda Bobab to take us on a trip to a beautiful island in the Caribbean, and it will be followed by Emily Kamel taking us back to Africa. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen.
Good Good afternoon, well, evening. I hope everyone's having a great time. My name is Vonda Bobart, and I'm going to be talking to you about Trinidad. You just saw that beautiful soca dance. It definitely brought me back to my childhood. And so it's about an 11-hour flight. We have to go from Edmonton to Toronto, that's about what, 4.5 hours, 5 hours, and then another 5.5 hours to Trinidad from Toronto. So this here, we have our flag. This is the Trinidad flag. We gained our independence in 1962, and the red represents fire or the sun, the black represents earth, and the white represents water. So here's Trinidad on the map. It's quite close to Venezuela. It's between 11 miles to 9 miles to Venezuela. Our sister island, Tobago, is actually 20 miles away from us, but it's because the English incorporated the two islands back in 1889 that Trinidad and Tobago are together. And we're 16 degrees from the equator, so it's a nice hot country. Lots of beautiful beaches. So the Amerindians were the first people to inhabit the Trinidad and Tobago. There were two main tribes, the Arawaks and the Caribs. We still have Caribs, people of Carib descent living in Trinidad, but the Arawaks unfortunately were extinguished. Christopher Columbus first discovered Trinidad in 1498. That was on his third voyage to the West Indies. So the Spanish quickly settled, and after the Spanish, the French came, and they only settled in Trinidad for a short while, and then the British took over rule in 1797. So there you had Spanish law, French language, and British rule. So you're going to find out like we are like Creole people, we're very mixed. So the African slaves were first brought to Trinidad to work this sugar plantations, and then slavery was abolished around 1834. And then, so the British brought East Indians in 1845 to work the sugar plantations, and that lasted until 1917. Trinidad gained independence from the British in 1962, and we became a republic in 1976. So like I said, the Spanish, the French, the English, Africans, Indians, we also have Chinese and Syrians living in Trinidad, and we have a population about 1.4 million people. So we're very diverse, which makes our culture very interesting, and our food very worldly. Our music, as you can tell, has lots of different influences from various countries, Africa and India. We have drums, African drums. We have Indian drums called tassa. We have calypso and soca, which is a crossover, as you just heard, of Afro and Indian musical traditions, right? We also have chutney, where Indian, like people would sing Indian Hindu songs with chutney or soca music behind. So it's a very fast beat song. And we have the steel band. So the steel pan was invented in the 1930s. It's the only musical instrument that was invented in the 20th century. And it's used, like we play it all the time for everything, but it's very heavy in carnival season. The Spanish influence gives us parang at Christmas time, where we sing a lot of Spanish songs. In Trinidad, we love to celebrate, we love holidays. We practically have a public holiday every month, and some of them would be Diwali, which is a festival of lights, so it happens anywhere between October and November. We have Eid, which marks the end of Ramadan. We have Emancipation Day in August, which is an observance of the abolition of African slavery. We have Spiritual Baptist Liberation Day in March, Indian Arrival Day in May, Independence Day in August. And our most celebrated holiday is Carnival, which happens right before Lent. And it's one of the most attended carnivals in the world. I think Brazil's first. So flights always go up in February in anticipation of everybody going to Trinidad for Carnival. So Trinidad is a beautiful country, and we have a lot of conservation. This is the Asa Wright National Center, which is one of the most popular spots for bird watching. People come all over the world to come see our rare hummingbirds and toucans. We have a natural wonder, which is the La Brea Pitch Lake. There are only 3 pitch lakes in the world. One is in California, the other one's in Venezuela, and we have the Pitch Lake in Trinidad. So these are pictures of the Pitch Lake. So when you're driving on the road, that's where your asphalt is coming from. Of course, we have beautiful beaches. This is Maracas Beach, which is one of the most popular beaches in Trinidad. Everyone goes there on the weekends to go swimming and just hang out at the beach. One of our local foods is shark and bake. It is a street food. Another street food would be doubles, which would be chickpeas, curried chickpeas with bread. We have lots of local attractions. So there's a little bit of history with the temple in the sea. This was built in 1952 by Pandit Sandhu. And what happened is he built a temple, but he was on British land, and they told him he couldn't have a temple. He kept it. They arrested him, fined him 100 pounds back then, and they tore down his temple. So then he realized, well, the sea isn't owned by the British, so he started putting rock by rock, and it took him about 5 years to build his temple. And it's been renovated, obviously, and it's a tourist attraction, but it's also a place for pilgrims to go. The Hanuman Murti, which you see there, is the largest Murti. Murti means statue outside of India. It's the tallest statue in the Western Hemisphere, and it's about 85 feet tall. That was built in 2003. So this is a leatherback turtle. So leatherback turtles are quite different from other turtles because they don't have a bony shell like other turtles. And Trinidad is one of the most common areas for the leatherback turtle to come and breed, and that's usually between July and August. They swim hundreds of miles coming from Ireland, England, Indonesia, coming over to Trinidad to come and breed. So interesting fact is males never leave the sea. It's only the females who come and lay their eggs. They could lay about 110 eggs at a time. Only about 50% of those eggs survive. And females usually lay about 5 to 9 times in the year. So Trinidad is quite known not only for its beautiful countryside, but also for the people that we have who've accomplished a lot. So we have Dr. Lennox Pawan, the guy with the glasses there. And he was born in Trinidad in 1887, and he discovered that the rabies virus was transmitted by vampire bats. We have a lot of literary greats. So C.L.R. James, down on the bottom with the book, he wrote The Black Jacobians, which is the history about the Haitian Revolution that overturned the French colonists, the slaves overturning the French landowners there. We have Derek Walcott, who was originally from St. Lucia, but after going to university in Jamaica, he came to Trinidad, and he's an accomplished playwright and poet, and he got the Nobel Prize in 1992. And we have V.S. Naipaul, who was knighted in 1990, and he got a Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 2000. So we have lots of sportsmen. So Hazley Crawford won us our first gold medal in 1976. And then in 1978, we had the first Black Miss Universe, and she came from Trinidad, and that's Janelle Commission. And then we have Ato Bolton, who's won like about 4 or 5 Olympic medals. We have Brian Lara, who's one of the most famous cricketers in the world. And then Wendy Baptiste, I actually went to school with her. She got crowned Miss Universe in 1998. So there we have it, a short history and introduction to Trinidad and Tobago. And I just wanted to show you our coat of arms, which means together we aspire, together we achieve. And it's just incorporating all of our rich heritage, saying that we could work together no matter who we are. And in the wise words of David Rudder, who is a Calypsonian, he said, "One lovely nation under a groove, the Ganges has met the Nile," talking about our African and Indian heritage. Thank you.
Black History Month has everything you can think about. That was a wonderful presentation on Tobago. Now, let me ask, how many of you are convinced that your next holiday is going to be in Tobago? Rather than going to Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, we are presenting to you the island of Trinidad and Tobago. Please put your hands together for her. Is Emily Kyle Lema. In this performance, she's going to take us back to Africa, you know? So please put your hands together for Emily as she comes on stage. Sit tight in your seat as she takes us to a journey to Africa, ladies and gentlemen.
I am going to be a pilot this evening or afternoon. We're going to take a nice quick trip to South Africa. How many of you have been to South Africa? Yay, thank you, thank you. It is a beautiful country. Us South Africans call it Mzansi. Mzansi means the South, because we are the most southern country in the whole continent of Africa. South Africa has over 62 million people, population-wise. And thank you. I forget sometimes I'm a little tall. And it is about over 1.2 million square kilometers, and about over 2,700 kilometers from the coastline. And the coastline stretches from South Atlantic to the Indian Oceans. So it is a beautiful country. Depending on where you are, you will be able to see both coastlines. Our neighboring countries include Zimbabwe, Botswana, and Namibia. South Africa is one of those countries that is considered to have 3 capital cities. It is unique in that way because Pretoria is regarded as the administrative capital city of South Africa. And then Cape Town, that sits the parliament as well as the legislature. And then we have Bloemfontein. Bloemfontein actually has traditionally been regarded as the judicial capital of the country. The largest city, of course, is Johannesburg. It has the largest population and it's the largest city. South Africa in general has approximately 80% Black people, and the rest of the remaining 20% encompasses is Indians, Chinese, Asians, and other Europeans. So it's not very, it's largely Black. What is our geography like? Remember, guys, I have about 5 minutes here, so I'm going to try quickly and talk to you about our geography. So some of the interesting physical features of South Africa include bushveld, grassland, forest. We have majestic mountains, which is the Drakensberg Mountain, as well as the beaches along the coast. Most of South Africa's landscape is made up of the high and the flat areas, and what we call plateaus, okay? And the Drakensberg Mountains really ranges from the Eastern Cape, and we call that range of mountain the Great Escarpment. What I have shared here are just a few of the fun places that you may want to visit as soon as you land. You know, I just remembered I didn't even tell you how to get to South Africa. How do I get to South Africa from Edmonton? Well, quickly, you will obviously have to fly. You may take a ship, but that may take you about 2 months, maybe 3. You will fly to Toronto, and from Toronto, you might have a layover. From Toronto, you can either go directly to South Africa, which may be a good 14 hours, or you can break it down and go to Amsterdam, and which would be a 6-hour flight, and then an 8-hour flight from Amsterdam to South Africa. Sorry about that. I did not walk here. I honestly flew here as well. I talked to you about the Drakensberg Mountains. It obviously is my love. The mountains are my love because I grew up, I went to boarding school in the mountainous area and I fell in love with the mountains. And that continues to be the case for myself here in Canada. We call them in Sesotho, we call the mountains Maloti. And in Zulu, we call them Umkahlamba. You're going to learn some words later on. Hold up, don't worry. So it's a beautiful country. I'm just going to share a couple facts about South Africa. South Africa actually has the longest wine route. Keep that in mind, you winos out there. I know you're here. Our animals are breathtaking. And I'm going to take you on a little tour to Knysna and some of the reserves so you can see some nice animals. Okay? The country is actually smaller than you think. I already told you the size of the country, okay? I talked to you about the trio of capitals. Guess what? You will not get jet lag when you go to South Africa. There's so much to see. Even if you feel tired, you must go on and get on with the program. And we have plenty of neighbors. As I mentioned, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe. Okay, so now we landed in Joburg. I talked to you a little bit about what you may see and what our country may encompass. But let me tell you a little bit about our history. I'm not going to go too deep. Remember, I have 5 minutes. So I do want to share with you that archaeologists have actually dated fossils found in Gauteng. Gauteng is Joburg province, around 3 million years. So there's a lot of history there. And if you do care to visit, there's a lot of museums that you can see, both in the Eastern Cape as well as in the Johannesburg area. We have the caves in Sterkfontein, Malapa, and several other South African UNESCO World Heritage Sites that are wonderful to see, especially if you like history or you love museums. Okay, as you know, the Bantu-speaking tribes settled in what is now called South Africa during the 5th century before Christ. And after vanquishing the San and the Khoikhoi over about 1,500 years ago. I am Bantu and I'm proudly Bantu. And a lot of people ask me, what tribe do you belong to? And I always say, I am such a mix, I cannot even begin to tell you. And this is the beauty of South Africa. By the time the first explorers came to South Africa in the 16th century, South Africa was predominantly Bantu-speaking. The Dutch colonists came. You remember Jan van Riebeeck? He came, he set up a post, did some wonderful things, some not so wonderful things. However, we are here. In South Africa, we have been influenced by many traditions and culture, including Indonesian cultures, Dutch cultures, and the British. And after the Dutch settled, the Brits were like, whoa, what is going on over there? We need some of that goodness. So they came, and you may recall there were several wars that went on where everybody was really fighting for the wealth and the good that South Africa had to bring. But hold up, we're good now. We all get along. We're not living in those times. If you visit Grahamstown, you can visit the History Museum. And this is where you will find a lot of artifacts which capture insights on the lives and the heritage of the people and of the region within that time period. Let me move quickly here and talk to you about some of the attractions. As you can see, you cannot go to South Africa without seeing the Majestic 5. There's many, but the Majestic 5 include lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, and the rhino. Through a safari. I talked to you about the winelands. We have one of the longest winelands in the country. If you do care to, if you want to see a safari, Kruger National Park is one of the best, but there's many hidden gems where you can see all 5 and more animals. What else can I tell you? I could take you on a drive to Durban area where you can go to Knysna and enjoy one of the best seafoods in the country, and Mossel Bay. And of course, we can take a drive and go see some wine tasting and enjoy yourself. Our culture is very rich. As you can see, I come to you dressed as a Xhosa woman. The clique, remember that? Xhosa. I come to you as a Xhosa woman, but South Africa has many tribes. We have about 13 altogether. Sotho, Mapedi, Ndebeles, Batswana, Zulus, Xhosas. We are wealthy, Tsongas, Mavenda, so we have lots. And within the cultures, there's different norms and ways that we do things, from the food that we eat to the way we live our lives. So it would be very interesting to really capture at least 1 or 2 of the cultural celebrations when you do visit South Africa. Another thing that I want to share with you is dance. We like to move. I have aged a little, so I can't move as well as I used to. But you cannot go to South Africa without enjoying that little bit of dance and music. So we have dance. I remember growing up, gumboot dancers were used to wear rain boots, and they used to dance and do their thing. It was very amazing. But our dance has evolved. As you can see on YouTube, your kids will show you too, South Africans can move in every which way. One other thing that I would like to share with you is that some of the key sports that are prevalent within our culture include rugby, cricket, and soccer. Bafana Bafana, we almost did it in AFCON, but hey, hey, next time is next time. Okay, our food. I know, like, there's gonna be food here later, but you know, our food is something that we pride ourselves with. And one thing that I want to share with our food is that our flavors are diverse, and they really range from the San and the Khoi people to the influences of Indonesian, Indian, Dutch, English cultures and taste. So as you can see, you cannot go to South Africa without having a braai, and you must have boerewors when you have your braai. It can't just be steak. And anybody who's been to South Africa will know what I'm talking about when I talk about a braai. It is something special. Our history shows, however, that the San people really also enjoyed plants. So there's a diverse plants that we usually enjoy in South Africa. And one of the foods that are enjoyed by that were enjoyed by Nelson Mandela is called umngqushu. And umngqushu is like samp, but with the Indonesian and the Indian flavors, we use curry sometimes, and it is delicious. So when you go to South Africa, please ask for somebody to show you how to make umngqushu or taste some ngqushu, because it is special. Last but not least is our music. Our music is phenomenal. Today you hear amapiano, but let me tell you something. I grew up jiving to mapantsula, jiving to jive, jiving to mbatanga, jiving to marabi, kwaito. So our house music, these are some of the musics that we enjoy. Roy music, rock music. But today, obviously, you know amapiano. And later on, I'm going to share with you some of our traditional song that I grew up listening to. Before I go, I want to teach you a couple words that every time you see a South African, or if you are in South Africa, you can say some of these words. Because of time, I'm not going to say them all. The first word that I'd like for you to learn is eish. Can you guys repeat after me? Eish. So I'm gonna say something, and then I want you to say eish, okay? So I'm very nervous to come in here and talk to these people today, but I am here. My people. The next word that I want to teach you is hey wena. Now, Hewena, like many African languages and cultures, when we say a word, it could mean different things. And Hewena is one of them. When I say Hewena, I could be greeting you. But when I say Hewena, I could be in shock because you just told me a secret. You know the gossip. So I am going to share something with you, and I want you to say, so, has anybody met Sister Helen? Hewena, that's right. The last word, there's many here, or a few here. The last one that I want to share with you is Haibo. Haibo. Haibo is one of those words that surprise. So in Canada, we would say, oh my God. But when you go to South Africa and somebody tells you or you see something that is like, oh my goodness, you will say, Haibo. Haibo. Everyone, I had a few minutes. I hope you enjoyed this armchair to South Africa. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was South Africa in 6 minutes. Put your hands together for her. What do we mean when we say we're celebrating Black History Month? So Black history refers to the stories, experiences, the journeys and accomplishments of people of African origin. Now, Black history did not start in Canada. It started from Africa and the diasporas of Africa in the different islands. By way of context, the Black History Month has its precursor in the Black History Week that was started in 1926 in the United States by one of our brothers who was known as Carter Woodson. It was supposed to be the second week of February to celebrate everything about Black, the history, the journey, and the accomplishment. And now it has grown into a month-long celebration. Just this lesson, so that when you go home and you tell somebody, I just came back from Black History Month celebration in city of Albert, and they ask you, what was it about? Now you know, okay? Now you know. Thank you so much. We are going into, when you talk about Africa, you're talking about food, you're talking about folklore, stories, you're talking about fashion, you're talking about our cities, you're talking about our rivers and our natural heritage. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you a bit of African fashion for all of you fashionistas. And to do that piece, join me to welcome the one and the only Wando to take you through that journey to African fashion. Thank you.
I'm happy to be spearheading the African fashion show today. Africa is a continent rich in culture. Fashion is something we love so much, and you will see different aspects of the African culture, different countries showcasing different things they wear for occasions, casuals, name it. So I'll just go straight ahead to introduce the first stage, the first set of outfits, and this will be the contemporary fashion. So the African fashion has evolved over the years, where we have the Ankara fabric being made into different pieces, more like a westernized African outfit now. So we'll be showcasing the contemporary fashion now. It's made with mostly Ankara fabric. That's what is generally known. So we call on the first contemporary fashion showcase. Sure. So this is Ankara fabric. The next one, please. This is kente, also made in the contemporary way. Made into a suit. You can see the jacket like a blazer. This is Ankara fabric made by Kiddies Vibe. This is my brand. I make Kiddies Vibe outfits. And this is also Kiddies Vibe Ankara made into a shirt. And this is one of our masterpieces, the art dress, the African outfit. Kiddies Vibe as well. And we have this beautiful high-low dress. These are all contemporary fashion. Beautiful. This is also contemporary fashion. The Zimbabweans dress like this casual outfit for them. The South Africa, we'll be calling the South Africans now to showcase their gorgeous outfits. So South Africans won the Robbie World Championship, and we have representatives for that. Please give them a round of applause. And now we call the Moroccans. We call the Nigerian outfits. So Nigeria will be showcasing the Igala outfits. This is the Igala outfits from Nigeria. Our very own Helen and the family and the husband is showcasing the Rivers outfit from Nigeria as well. We call on the Ghanaian people to showcase theirs. We calling the Fugu outfit now from the northern part of Ghana. So this is called Fugu from the northern part of Ghana. Awesome. Thank you. Representing the southern part of Ghana, we have the Kente fabric. So this is a ceremonial dress, one for special events like weddings. Isn't it gorgeous? We also have another family representing the Ghanaian outfits. We like to dress up as a family. We like to wear uniform, what we call like a matching outfit for Africans. So we are gonna be showcasing that to you from the Ghanaian country. They are gonna be showing us. So they're all dressed in the Kente fabric. Kente made into this. Beautiful for special events. For weddings and special ceremony. Thank you so much. We'll call on the Namibia. The Namibia, they are showcasing what is called the Herero dress. Look at that gorgeous heart. So we call on the Cameroonians to showcase theirs. So we have, this is called, this is from they call it Bamenda part of Cameroon. That's for festivals. I would like to call on the Eritrea. Thank you. So the Guinea is a beautiful beautiful representation of the Guinean culture. So this is the last of the item we have for the fashion show. I hope you enjoyed our gorgeous African fashion in different ways. So all of us will be coming to the stage to showcase. And what I'm wearing now, it's the Nigerian George. this is Nigerian outfit for ceremonies, right? So we call out all the models now on stage to showcase their outfits again, one more time. So all the way down. So this is from Kitty's Vibe. This is my brand. We make kids outfits, family outfits as well. For mommy and me, daddy and me, siblings collection. So everything on stage here, practically we can make at Kitty's Vibe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. The kids really behave themselves. I'm so proud of all of you guys. So let's take a bow now, and then thank you so much for watching. Take a bow. Thank you.
And they're so beautiful and so cute. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands for that small baby in front. She was so cute. Like amazing. Okay. Are we having fun tonight? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can we do it together so that this world will shake? Are you having fun tonight? Woo! That was amazing. Thank you. Okay. You know, we are saving the best for the last. And this is the steel drumming Trican Street Orchestra. It was formed in 1982 by Cecil T. George. Trican Steel Orchestra has been a part of Edmonton's community for over 30 years. Trican is one of the few full steel bands in Alberta. This vibrant music group plays a range of music including pop, reggae, wasguan, calypso, and soca. The steel pan created in Trinidad and Tobago is the only acoustic musical instrument created in the 20th century. Trican Steel Orchestra is proud to be spreading the music of the islands and love to deliver rhythm and soul to all their audiences. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you from Trinidad and Tobago, the Trican Music Orchestra.
Before I begin to share with you one of the oldest songs that my grandmother used to sing to us. My name is Mponeng Emily Kgalema. Kgalema, Ukhatebe, Bongani, Mtimkhulu, Shwabade, Ushwabadela inkomo nempondo zayo, Ndabenzenhle, indlebenhle zombili, Mashiya mahle, amade njengangwenyamazane, Ngoloza samehlo abomvu, Ngelengele, Ihlubi. As I give praise to my ancestors, I cannot begin to share with you the amount of and the wealth that it means to be a South African woman. As I share this with you, I want to also sing with you or sing for you a song that Granny used to sing to us. This song was written by Miriam Makeba. And Miriam Makeba wrote it with a few people, and she sang it for many years in different audiences. This song is well known as the Click Song. Bear with me, I'm not a musician. Lama kava kabingoma. Laqatha amagqirha athi qiqishwayo yiziqongqo ngothwane lamaqabaqabi ingoma aqatha amagqirha athi qiqishwa izigo ngothwane igqirha lendlela ngothwane igqirha lendlela ngothwane hayibo igqirha lendlela ithi ngothwane igqirha lendlela ngothwane seleqebele gqikhathi lithi ngothwane selequbele gqikhathi sithi ngothwane igqirha lendlela ngothwane igqirha lendlela ngothwane hayibo igqirha lendlela ithi ngothwane igqirha lendlela ngothwane.
Wow, that was wonderful. Thank you for that performance. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised to tell you a story. You know how you do 100 kilometers on Henday? So I was driving 100 kilometers, and I, of course, as a good Canadian, I had the phone on, but it was connected to the car. On 100 kilometers on the Henday, I branched off to the White Mud, where the speed limit is 80. I was still doing my speed. And when I got to the White Mud, as I just pulled in, I had wham! And I was just wondering, why is it that the police are not allowed to do that thing twice? They just do wham! Just once, and that was it. And they put me over. And then I put my best face forward. And I said, officer, what was that? And the officer said, did you know why I pulled you over? I said, no. He said, okay, yes, he told me the speed. And I went all the shades of very apologetic and everything. And I was praying that the printer in his car will not work. Unfortunately for me, he went to the car and he came out and gave me my ticket. And it was $250. At that moment, the value of the ticket dawned on me. If I take my kids to KFC with $250, I will be the best dad ever for 1 hour, 25 minutes. From that day, I respected myself. Of course, as my wife will say, I've already become a customer. It was just 2 months after another one came. So I'm just wondering, at what point would they start giving some of us a rebate? Because we're actually contributing a lot to the funds. So that is my story of my second ticket. I will tell you the first one next time we meet. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now we are going to hear from the guys who play with steel. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you again the Trican Music Orchestra for tonight.
Why are you guys sitting? I saw a baby dancing that made me want to dance. Okay, so we're gonna play another song for you guys. I hope you guys know it. If you know it, stand up and sing it nice and loud so we can all hear you, and we will sing and play with you. Fair? All right. You guys know it? So stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up.
All right. Okay, don't sit down. Stay standing up. Stay standing up. Stay standing up. We need energy from you all, okay? We give you all of our energy, so now it's your time to give it to us times 100. So we gave you some nice chilled vibes. Now we're gonna turn it up.
an evening we've had. Thank you so much, guys. That was an amazing performance. Okay. I'd like you to do something for me real quick. Can you please pull off your phones? Bring out your phones. I want to see those phones. Bring them out. You guys have been the best audience anybody can think about. My name is Chidi, and it's been my pleasure hosting you tonight. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are way so kind. However, can I ask you to do this last thing for me? Please join me to welcome the most incredible, the most beautiful, and the incomparable Helena Bazo.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you have a taste of Africa? Did you feel like you were in Africa and the Caribbean today? That's awesome. Thank you so much for coming. You are the reason we put up this show, because you attend and you make it beautiful. When we see people attend like this, we want to say thank you for supporting us. This is the 5th Taste of Africa in beautiful St. Albert, and we have all of you sitting and enjoying and being part of it. This is our way of celebrating Black History Month here in St. Albert. And we thank you. We thank you. And we also want to thank our sponsors, the Canadian Race Relations Foundation. They are one of the sponsors that enable us host this event and make the cost of the event affordable for people. We also thank the Canadian Heritage for their sponsorship. And we also thank the City of St. Albert for all their support. And just as Chidi said, please tag us on social media. We have a gift basket from KDM. Is KDM here? KDM Management, and we also have gift cards from Melanin Studio. They do facials and things. So if you tag us, we're going to put on the draw. We have 5 gift cards from Melanin Studio, and we would like you to tag us, and we will do a draw, and we hope one of you will win those door prizes. So we thank you so very much for coming out. Just as Chidi said, everyone, there's a pizza box with food for you. Please enjoy it with your family. Take a picture with them while enjoying it. And we say thank you so much. And keep enjoying the other activities we have for Black History Month. We have the museum is open with different artifacts. Please stop by the museum and enjoy the artifacts, the art pieces. Stop by the library. There are other things that we're doing. So on behalf of the Africans and African Descendants Friendship Club of St. Albert, we say thank you for coming out to enjoy Taste of Africa 2024. Thank you very much, everyone. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.